What's happening, guys? Here we are for the part 2 of the walkthrough for Elden Ring. If you've watched part 1, then I do appreciate that. If you've watched part 1, then you'll know exactly where we left off. So, with part 1 we did the basics. At the start, where now you should know where you're going. You should have your horse, your spirit ash, and your potions sorted. You would have been farming this little area here, the ruins, and leveling up as much as you can. And with that, you should be pretty clued up to how the game works, the combat mechanics, the understanding that it's not a straightforward game, and that things need to be explored, quests need to be found, all that stuff. So we're just going to continue a little bit on towards across this bridge. We're going to continue for a little bit, do some exploring. I'm going to show you a couple of things. So, with that, I've just been running about for that little introduction there, and just collecting some more materials. See, now this thing is a bird's eye telescope, and basically what it is, well, it's a telescope, but it's a bird's eye view one. So you're able to see quite a lot of what's needing to be explored, and the different directions of the map. I'm pretty sure you can see cave systems as well, but there is one down there which we'll get to later. You've got a lake here and some more ruins. See, now ruins are a very good place to explore, because when we went through this one, as you can see, there's a set of steps leading down, so you can always find items in there. However, once you've found it, that's it. You can't find no more. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a second farming method to go with this farming method. So you're still going to be leveling up your character at this stage. It's paramount. However, you'll notice that you'll probably, within an hour, you'll get 20,000 ruins out of just farming that alone. But if you couple it with what goes along this path here, then you can just increase it and just use it as a farming run. Then once you've leveled up a fair bit, I'd say to at least level 30, then you're in more of a position to be able to do some of the quests and start exploring some of the caves, defeating the bosses inside, and getting yourself some decent gear. Last time, when we did the last video, I was able to just get this full set of armour, this shield. just by farming that little area up there. So it is worth it, because this set of armour is pretty decent for the start of the game. So, you've killed them guys there. Then you're going to come across to the bridge. I do recommend using your horse for this, because your horse will take damage before you do. Now, if you're going to be using your horse for the next bit of combat, just use the area around the site of Grace we was just at. Just run around, take a few swings with your axe. In fact, you could probably practice on them 3 guys we've just killed here, where these bloodstains are. And then continue across the bridge, because you're going to be wanting to fight this guy and killing him. And just run up to him, just crack him with the axe. Try and outmaneuver him as well, because if he gets you, he can cause some decent damage. If you fall down, you might die. If you fall off the bridge. So it's probably about 5 or 6 swings for the horse, which will lower his health quite a bit, because you would have been hitting him as well. That's the easiest way to deal with them. There's 2 ways to deal with them. However, it just takes a little more practice. Basically, you've got to counteract his attack when he charges at you on his horse with your shield, which just knocks him clean off the horse, and then just pile into him. So, once you've come to the end of this bridge, depending on how fast you got through a little group of enemies there, you'll come to this sort of crossroad here, and you'll see 2 giants pulling this cart. Now in that cart is a weapon, and these giants will go all the way across that bridge. So you've got plenty of time, and they'll just keep going until you kill the giants. Don't worry about the giants just yet. They can't really attack you unless you stand right in front of them, because they're chained. And so you can just run straight past them, and they shouldn't give you any problems. But all these guys here, following the convoy, this is kind of like its protection. You should be able to run past them as well without them seeing you. However, you're going to be wanting to take them all out for this. Just try not to get jammed like I just did. Now with them sounding the horn, the strongest ones will come chase after you. And you just want to be taking them out. Just grabbing the ruins. Got a dagger and some foot soldier gauntlets, which might be of some use to you. Be sure to, when you've got out of danger, to check them out and see what it's going to do for you. kill all of these here as well, like, they do carry a minuscule amount of ruins, but might get lucky and have your potions restored. You know what I mean? You still get ruins out of it, so. I come across to here. So you'll notice, you'll see soldiers, and I think these are called nobles. These are just people, like weak soldiers sort of thing. So you're going to fight this guy. Be sure to use your shield, it's paramount at this point of the game. If you're being such a low level, it can help you out massively. If you've picked the same class as mine, you'll see that you've got an ability called Wild Strikes, which will come in handy actually, to be fair, for just mowing them down. But they're not too fast, so you should be able to just skip around and just take them out. Using the lock-on feature is probably the best way to go about it as well, so you're not missing so many shots. Just go ham. Just go ham. Take them all out, like this stuff. And see him. But he's going to keep blowing that horn, which he can do, because well, no one's coming to save him. Take these guys if you really want to. It is part of the farming run, so be sure to just keep picking their stuff up, and then just get back onto your horse and just run after the giants. You'll see they've moved quite a bit while you've been doing that, but now they haven't got as much protection. And you'll come across the last remaining guard. It's a madness fight, and then it's crazy. And then I don't know, you could probably pick up some Caden armor or a decent sword or something. But now the giants are yours to do whatever you want with them. The thing is, you've got to kill them to stop the cart. The cart won't stop, and you can't get into the chest on the back without stopping it. It's got to stop. So the best way to do it is to kill you've got to kill the giants, and the best way to take these down is hit the back of the legs. They're obviously going to defend themselves. Try not to get stamped on too many times. It does get easier, trust me. Just roll out of the way. Don't forget, if you die, this will be where your ruins will be found, and the whole thing will respawn, so you'll have to kill them all again. potions now. That's one down. And these give you 1,000 ruins each time. Which in itself is decent. I'm just going to double check whether or not both giants have... No, you have to stop the cart. That's all you have to do. You don't have to kill them both. But you can just stop the cart by attacking them. And they just kneel like that. Once you start swinging at him, he'll break that chain and be able to move about. So you can just take a good look at him. And it's just crazy how... You know what I mean? You just see how he's just chained. Dragging this convoy along. It's crazy. So, once you've done that, you'll probably want to do it a few times. The whole thing from these ruins in front of me all the way up that road. If you're confident enough to include that guy in with your farming run, then feel free to do so. Because, you know what I mean, it's every little helps. So with 5,000 ruins, I can level up 5 times. You might have more, you might have less, but I would recommend at such a low level that you spend the ruins that you manage to get from that farm, and use them just to level yourself up a bit. So put 1 in vigor because we want a decent amount of health as we progress through. Then 1 in strength, 1 in dexterity, 1 in endurance. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I'll put 1 in vigor, 1 in endurance, and 1 in strength. And I'll just... It will leave us with ruins left over. So, rinse and repeat that a couple of times. Get them levels up. And then, once you feel confident enough just to go a bit further, I'll quickly just run straight through, just to show you. Because we're going to be wanting to level up so we can get into some of the caves and do some of the quests. So just run straight through on your horse. Fight everything, ignore everything, it's down to you. But if you're doing a farming run, you may as well just go this way after you've done the farming run. And go straight across. Straight across, straight across, straight across. Ignore the guy on horseback unless you want to kill him. And then jump up here and come to this side of Grace. And then your map should look a little something like that. Ignore that one in the blacked out area there. So now you've just opened up this whole road. So from here, the gate front, farm the gate front ruins, kill everything there. come across and go towards the back of the convoy, then work your way back up, kill the giants, grab the weapon for your first time, stop the convoy, grab the weapon, kill the giants, work your way up there, because it'll probably end about there anyway, and then come back. Rest at either of these two sites of grace, use your ruins that you've been farming, and just level up and just rinse and repeat it for a little bit. Get them levels up. So, once you've done that, once you have got them levels up a little bit, and you've got everything else nailed down, you know what you need to be doing consistently, you can just explore around a little, go and find a quick quest to do. You want to be more or less doing your first quests. Some of them you can go this way, you can go... I would recommend going this way first, I wouldn't go anywhere else. You want to be just grabbing this guy's quest. So you want to be making your way down here. And if you've missed where I've gone, it's basically there on the map. Kill these guys if you just kill them. Ruins, anything you come across that looks like it might need to die, then just kill it. Oh, what happened there? I'm seriously bad at horseback sort of stuff. Yeah, don't get too close to this guy. Alright, it's dead. 282 ruins per them. The potions are back. You'll see this scarab here. Kill it. Grab some more potion. Kill these guys. Just always consistently just building your ruins. Grabbing the items from these guys. See some herbs and stuff lying about. I'm just playing the game how I would play it. So I'm just killing everything just to keep being able to level up little amounts of levels at a time. This being at night, as you know, where different things spawn. But at night you just really want to stay off of that bridge up where you've just farmed. I will show you. I will show you exactly what goes off on that bridge, what to expect if you're trying to farm at night. I would recommend doing this in the daytime, just for the moment.
What are you waiting for? A kiss
So,
goodbye?
once you've come to this guy, once you've come down here, you'll see a site of grace. Further enough down the road, quite near where this place is, you'll see this site of grace here. Rest at it, and then as you're running towards here, you'll see this guy stood up here. You get a bit closer, you'll hear him start shouting. Go up, exhaust his dialogue. He's basically saying that someone's taken his castle off him and he wants it back, and well, that falls down to us to be doing. And the place is called Fort Hate, however his second name is pronounced. So to find Fort Hate, fast travel to this site of grace here. Once you're here, just have a mooch over to the bird's eye view telescope. And you want to be looking for Fort Hate. So, with this you should kind of know exactly where you need to be looking. However, it's a very misty morning, but Fort Hate is there. You can see it from here. It's over there. So we have to travel through that forest to get there. So you can fast travel back to where you've just came from, or you can go on your horse, maybe do half a farm, keep your ruins up, or do another farm, and then make your way down here. The choice is yours. So continue down to where you've just been, to where the way shrine. It should be around here. So you should be here. This is where you'll start off. Now the forest ain't too bad, but it can be. You just gotta be careful. Avoid this lake. Just avoid it, because there's a whole different type of enemy here. They're called ruin bears. Ruin bears. Basically just huge fuck off bears. You see that one just looking, using that tree as a scratch post. But if you don't make too much noise, don't go too close to them. Grab this map fragment, just stay out of sight, which then will give you a new point of the map. See how this is all just appeared now. So this will be the second little area where you're going to be doing your quests in. So just try and stay outside of them. You can try and fight them, but they're just overpowered right now. And then you'll see a couple of these things. Just try and kill them off before it disappears. Because with the scarabs sometimes you'll get your potions restocked, and sometimes they'll drop other things, but these ones round here are just fit for killing. If you've come to this tree, then collect them tears there. It'll come in handy later on. However, with this quest, we'll unlock an item that's going to come in real handy for taking on some of the tougher enemies around this part. Just get on your horse so you're a bit faster. You'll see this here, which says open for business. And around here, you'll come across a merchant. Now, merchants are very important for cookbooks and different items. So have a look through. And if you've got enough ruins, collect these cookbooks and grab the smithing stones. You won't restock them, but worth getting while you can. All the stuff that you've been collecting, you can now sell them. You could at Ella Church, but I didn't tell you that because I kind of expected that you would be farming it. So when you come further in, you know what I mean, you've got some stuff to sell. I mean, look how much I've farmed just out of 2 hours worth of gameplay. Sell all these off. You don't need them just yet because you're not going to be crafting things just yet. So sell them off. Get your ruins for them. Use your ruins for your levels. Every little helps. So from there, make your way through the forest and find the map fragment, and then make your way up here, up this path here. Kill these guys if you really must. And you'll come to Fort Hate, and just to the side here be a site of grace. Definitely rest at this one. Definitely, because now you're here. Just gives you a bit of time to have a look at your levels, all that stuff, any armors you've picked up. and prepare for storming this castle. So just rest there. Have a look through. Apologies. But yeah, as I was saying, rest there. Just revise your levels. Have a look at your armor pieces you've got. See if anything needs swapping out. And then just prepare to storm this castle. Make sure you've got your potions and your what do you call it? Your spirit ashes equipped, because you're maybe going to need them. So you don't really want to be carrying any ruins at the start of this siege. You don't want to be doing it. Come round here, and you're going to use this open space here to your advantage. So what you're going to do is you're going to let the dogs out. And then you're going to be wanting to engage one by one, if that's your sort of style, into, you know what I mean, towards you. So you're not going to get swarmed by loads of them at once. Sure to remember, if you go too far from your lone wolves, they will start to disappear. But they are coming in seriously handy for just mowing these guys down quickly. You'll see this golden tree. Don't worry about it just yet, because we've got these guys to deal with. So, hopefully it's come to the point where they've been fighting and started hitting this guy. Now, these guys are pretty strong. Attack wise, but not too much at defending. You know what I mean? They've not got a ton of health. It should be shouldn't be too much of a challenge for you to be able to take him down, especially with the wolves here. So leave that item there for a minute, or you can pick it up. It's another golden seed, which is used to give you more flasks in your inventory. So pick that up, but what you want to be doing is you want to be coming up here and just literally just run in and then run back out and allow everything just to fight itself, you know what I mean? Get into there and, you know what I mean, get some digs in, but watch these big rats, because they are deadly. in groups. It can be annoying. And they can easily kill you. Everything can easily kill you. Take care of everything here. Some smouldering butterflies there, worth picking up because you can just sell them. There's an item in here, which is your first cookbook that you'll find. Cookbooks allow you to purchase or create special items, other items that you don't usually find lying about. Come up here and just smack this guy. And it's this guy you want to be dealing with now. So you've got to be really, really careful of this guy. Because he is just... At this level, he is something to be reckoned with. He knows what he's doing. And you'll see that he's got this kind of special effect on his weapon. That's what we're after, that effect. If you've got no wolves left, then it's going back to the site of grace and coming back here with the wolves, and because they will really help. Anyway, after you've defeated him, he'll drop something called Bloody Slash, which is an Ash of War, which grants a special ability to certain weapons. And then grab this Dectus Medallion. You're not going to be using that just yet, but it's for later on. And basically, without that half and the other half, you ain't going no further in the game. So pick it up so you know you have it for later. Just saves you coming back. Little item up here, Blood Rose. And just explore the castle. Smithing stone, which is also a decent item to have. I mean, just be able to stop them up a little bit. Now, when you came up that way, this guy was probably shooting arrows at you, and maybe got you with one of them. So now you've just taken your revenge on him, so all is well. And then this place is just empty. There's some Blood Rose around. Collect them. Don't even bother smashing open. Oh, hang on. No Blood Rose. Don't think about smashing open any of the crates and thinking you'll find items, because that just never works. It just doesn't. Some more Blood Rose. And then come back to the site of grace. Use your horse if you want to do that. Come back to the site of grace rest up. So, within this part 2, we've gone from where we left off on part 1. We've added a new bit to the farming run as well, which you want to be doing to keep your levels going for the time being. We've discovered that site grace there. We've also started the first quest and cleared your first fort and got you some decent items out of it. So we'll have a look first at Bloody Slash. So this is usable on swords, and basically what it does is, I'm going to show you. So I'm going to need a sword, any sword. We'll go with this straight sword. We'll go with a straight sword there. So we're going to equip it. Now this has square off on it, so use it like that. Give it some of that. Can be pretty deadly. Now you want to go across to once you've got your sword, you should have picked up a sword. You should have picked up a decent sword from the back of that convoy with the giants, which is this sword. It's a one-handed sword. It's a great sword, so can be pretty powerful with a shield as well. However, we're going to put Bloody Slash on it. That's what we're going to do. Now, go down to equip ornaments, go onto your sword, and then go onto equip ornaments and select Bloody Slash. So just click A on it, and it'll give you two granted affinities, possible ones that you can put onto there. Now, there's a difference in what you have. So scroll through, and once you start seeing red, then you don't want to grant that affinity to it, because it's lowering your weapon, it's lowering the damage, it's the attribute scaling, all of that. It's just lowering it. So I just keep it as standard. I'm still getting the effect. So I'm going to keep it at that. And that's what Bloody Slash does. Now, it's a strange one to have, but it's one of the best. It is this thing. This sword will now cause deadly damage to multiple enemies at the same time. So if you wanted to try it out, then come up to these guys. See, I've just one-shotted him there. Now, as good as it is, it also has a side effect. has a negative effect on you. And that's every time you use Bloody Slash, it takes a section from your health. It's draining your blood out of you and using it. In this, it also takes down Magicka. Your FP, which is your blue bar, it takes a smidgen out of that as well. For each use. So with that, you're probably going to have what I have, which is 4 red potions and 1 blue potion. As we picked up that golden seed from outside Fort Hate, we're going to use that to grant us another blue potion, so now we'll roll with 2. Since we've equipped Bloody Slash. So, first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to add the charge to the flask. So we're going to use 1 golden seed. There we go. And then we go down to allocate flask charges. And just switch it back like that. And give the new one over to the blue potion, so now we're 4-2. So, now you've completed Fort Hate and you've tried out Bloody Slash. We'll go back up to Fort Hate. Everything's dead, so you shouldn't come across anything. They don't respawn back on this occasion because it's a quest. Hang on. I always run in here to check if he's here. Sometimes he is and sometimes he's not. But if you don't find him, then we can track him down. And he should still be stood in the same place. So we're at Lingrave. We're going to run up to him.
I've been waiting for you with
And then we're going to
bated
exhaust his dialogue
breath. Did
again.
you manage to recapture my fort? Oh, excellent news. Just wonderful. And the knight's dead to boot. Well done, my friend. Well done indeed. I knew I was right to trust you. Now, here's your reward, as promised. Go ahead. It's all yours.
And it gives you the Urge Steel Dagger. Now, on looking at the Urge Steel Dagger, it's all down to your class really. If you're going to use daggers, then it's a decent dagger to have. But you'll see all your weapons are now being put into their own categories. So swords, daggers, swords, axes, flails. Great axe, so your great weapons will go here. Same with a bow, which we got in the last episode. So you should have gotten a bow. You can buy arrows and all shields and different things you've started collecting. Different armors and whatever else, you'll find them all here. Also, if you've missed anything with training or you're struggling on combat mechanics, then info would probably be your best place. So it gives you the steel dagger. Fast travel back to Fort 8. And we're going to go back in and see if he's spawned there. He should have done. He should be there. But either way, the quest is done, so it's your first quest and it's done. It doesn't look like he's actually spawned here. And I will find out as to why he's not, whether or not you have to wait for a specific time, like night time or whatever, for him to spawn in. But essentially his quest is done, so there's not really anything else that you need to be doing for it. And at this point you can crack on with something else. Go back to your farming and whatever else. If you've collected some more resources you don't need, you could always jog on back to this merchant over here, and you know what I mean, you'll find him there and just sell off whatever you want. And just use that to contribute towards leveling yourself up. You could even get them cookbooks, start collecting all that. Or you could buy everything off him and kill him. I say it's down to you. I wouldn't kill them just yet though. But yeah, so with that, your map should now look a bit like that. So we've done, you know what I mean, a decent amount. If you followed this, then there shouldn't be anything that you need to do right now except for just farming. I'll explain the next steps in the next video. So I hope this has helped you on the second step of Elden Ring. If you've liked the video, be sure to leave a like, share with your friends, comment, subscribe, whatever else, and until then, I'll see you on the next one. Appreciate you watching.